Howdy there guys, and welcome to episode 5 of my Minecraft Let's Play series. I'm your host, sSsDoOm, and as you can see I've been a bit busy renovating. Got all the windows in, and I went ahead and made another one of these hobbyist steam engines and hooked it up. I hooked and did all the piping underneath here, and even have a little bit of a sorting system outputting from these machines here, and added a couple extra hoppers as well, that way I can better manage. I did move the bed. This isn't a permanent spot for it, it's just kind of shoved around, wanted it away from the door. As you can see, there's diamond pipes down there. I did use my first diamonds to set up some diamond pipes, that way I'll be able to output my resources to these chests more evenly. Of course I still have to do some processing, but otherwise it should be pretty well set. Starting off, I do want to get my system over here properly set up and running, because right now, as you can see, there's no water in my steam engines, and I could put the coal in there, but they would heat up, and eventually, if I tried to put water in then, they would explode. So what I've done is I've cleared a little space here. Now, the issue that I mentioned in the previous episode is I lacked any waterproofing, so I could waterproof my pipes, or cactus. I did see that there's a desert off in that direction, but I haven't been out that way yet to retrieve any materials. But I have found an alternative solution. I found myself some shards of Minium. Quite a few more since the last episode. I was one short, now I've got enough. But I'm also going to need myself some other materials to make myself the Minium Stone. So probably should sleep for the night first, just to make sure, which apparently I can't yet, so I will have to wait, but I'll just get the materials ready here so I can show you guys how to make an inert stone. Oh, here we go. I don't have any lights on my roof yet, so I don't want to risk mobs spawning up there. I also put in some of these crystals up here. I thought they would look nice. This was a little bit of aesthetic detailing. And in preparation for this, I did cook up some stone in a standard furnace. I only need 4 for the moment. But in order to make a inert stone, it requires you to put 4 stone in that shape, something like that, and a piece of gold in the middle. And you get an inert stone. Now this alone cannot do anything, it has no purpose. But when you take shards of Minium and surround it, get yourself a Minium Stone. The Minium Stone is a very unique item. As you see, it has a unique interface here. I can change the kind of wood just by right-clicking. Of course, I don't remember. There we go. So by pressing G, I can change what it changes it into, and it can change pretty much to any of the basics. I believe I can also change this into mossy stone, which is very convenient, or even the carved stone, as well as cracked, I believe. Yep, cracked as well. For now, I want it like that. And of course, I do not believe I can expand it anymore, so I can't actually change the size of what I'm affecting. Obviously I can't affect those, but it's still a very nice tool for if I wanted to change all this and spend a long time. It also can be used in the crafting menu with various recipes. So I can click this on here and we'll see the many recipes it can be used for. It can be combined with a turtle to make an alchemist turtle now. These turtles are part of the Misc Peripherals add-on. Misc Peripherals adds in quite a few different additions to the game, including a variety of new turtles. I believe I can see them here somewhere. I might be wrong on that. Looks like I can... Yeah, here's some of the Misc Peripherals blocks, which include charge station, which allows me to fuel a turtle. I'll discuss that later on. But there's basically a bunch of blocks that are added in, including some that affect turtles. Turtles are computer-controlled little robots. They allow you to basically make a little robot. It does require fuel, but it allows you to so basically give it commands, and then it'll go around doing whatever you tell it to. As long as it has the tools required, anyways. It can mine, dig down, it can build structures with programs and that. It's a very, very useful tool. And of course, Mystic Peripherals adds in a bunch, which apparently a bunch of different alchemist turtles here, as you can see, including like a wrench one, a shearing one, tree tap turtle. There's several. But here's what we were looking for. We can convert between different materials, like cobblestone into flint, or flint into cobblestone. As you can see, there's 68 pages worth. Turn dirt into gravel, and vice versa. Make sand from sandstone. You can even turn sticks back into planks. Or take planks and turn them into logs. In a way, this is almost a little bit overpowered in some ways, 'cause I could take 4 planks and make myself logs again, and then I could put them into the saw and go ahead and get 6 from it. But it is worth noting that the Minium Stone, whenever you use it in one of these different transactions, it actually uses some of the durability on the Minium Stone. And eventually it'll wear off and it'll revert to an inert stone, I do believe. Of course, from there, I do believe you can make it into another Minium Stone, but this is an easy way of getting obsidian, which I will likely be making use of, as well as probably getting clay, even iron from the obsidian. I can turn my wood into iron if I needed, but as you guys may have noticed, there's a ton of iron still. So that's not very important, but I can also make gold ingots. I can even turn my gold into diamonds, though that also isn't too big of an issue. And I can even turn blocks of gold into diamonds, and so on and so forth. It's just very much a ability to convert. Another thing I might use is the iron ingots into ender pearls, because I will need those for a few different things. You can also convert between, like, sand, dirt, grass, and cobblestone. You cannot get stone. We can convert between the 2 flowers, the mushrooms, seeds, which we have pumpkin seeds, so we will be able to get melon seeds now, which will be very nice. Actually, it might not be a bad idea to convert one of my pumpkins directly into a melon, since that's part of the recipe. Some of these I haven't seen yet. Basically, this is just actually getting a good look at these different things that it can do, because I haven't exactly explored everything that you can do with the Minium Stone yet. There's a lot here. I might have to look at this later, but as you see, I can turn between the wools, and after a certain point, you can see dyes. Rose red converts into cactus green. Of course, it goes through the cycle. And eventually, it works its way back to the ink sacs. And you can convert bone meal back into bones, or blaze rods from blaze powder. I don't believe there's any way of getting blaze powder otherwise. I might want to check that, though. You can get stone into cobblestone, or glass back into sand. And you can also take materials, convert them like that, or you could take 7 pieces with a piece of coal, or charcoal, or maybe it depends, I'm not really sure. Basically, you take a piece of coal or charcoal, depending on the recipe, and you could cook your material into 7. Oh, that looks like an odd recipe. Might be experimental. Apparently, you can cook the water out of the buckets. Somewhat unique. Obviously, if you lacked a furnace, this would be one way of getting around that issue. Very easily, so you can even make refined iron that way. Diamonds, steak. There are a ton of recipes here. And some of it is very unique. It's compatibility between mods. You can even take sludge and convert it into clay, which there are other ways of doing so. Sludge is a part of factorization, I do believe. It's a byproduct from certain things. And it does have a lot of uses as well. I mean, it looks like you can convert rubber wood to jungle wood as well. And that's all the recipes there. Yes, now that we have ourselves a Minium Stone, we can actually get ourselves some waterproofing. So I'm gonna need some of that roses, which I put in this chest. Let's go ahead and get 4 of those. I'm gonna need some pipes, which I stored in here for the time being. I believe I can just use regular old stone pipes. I might be wrong. Let's check. It's the nice feature of any eyes. You can see, you can find out. So yes, I can make it into waterproofing. So we're going to take this rose, turn it into rose red. Another feature of the Minium Stone is if you press C while you have it up, you actually get access to a crafting menu, which you can actually put it into. And you see, I can convert it just like that, and there goes some durability on it. Very simple. And if I want to continue to use it, I can just go like this. Oh, you gotta turn it into waterproofing first, sorry. Take the cactus green, pipe waterproof, make it just like this, and there we go. Some stone waterproof pipe. Now, there's one other thing we need before we can actually carry along with that, and we need is a aqueous accumulator, as you can see here. Recipe is just like this, another machine frame, a pneumatic servo, which is just iron, redstone, some glass. And it's fairly straightforward, just requires some tin. Looks like I can make an English extruder with a similar recipe, but I need a bucket, a machine frame, pneumatic servo, and some more glass along with tin. So let's see. Pneumatic servo required 2. We need 4 for the machine frame itself. I need 1 of those. Themselves, what was that? 1, I do believe. Redstone. Double check that, and then we're gonna need some glass. Got plenty of that. Look at that, it's getting dark again already. Didn't take long. I think we're only 10 minutes into the episode too. But as soon as we can sleep, just waiting for the sun to get a little bit lower. Also, you may have noticed I did take away the farm. That's because I'm planning on doing some work and adding to the farm, making a more proper one, more expansive, and so on and so forth. But go over here, and we just need iron like this, just like that. We need ourselves a machine frame. Then we need a bucket. Then we need make ourselves pneumatic servo, and then I forgot the tin. So we get 2 tin here. Pneumatic servo here, machine frame in the middle, bucket on top, tin here and here, and a couple pieces of glass, and we've got ourselves an aqueous accumulator. And this is a very unique device. It's very simple. Basically, it acts as a water source. I'm going to place it like this, that way I can control the output side, so I don't need an output on any other side except for this one, because this is where I'm going to output my water to. And as you can see, over time it'll steadily accumulate water, but that's not really what we need. We need a lot more than that. So I'm going to connect it up, and then what we can do is if we put water on one side, that'll speed it up a little bit, I do believe. Not much though. But what you want to do is you want to take a second bucket and put it on this side, and suddenly it should start filling up with water very quickly. Of course, the first thing it's going to do is it's going to start pumping that water into my engines. And you can see they're starting to fill up with water, all of them. This should be a fairly quick, straightforward process. It shouldn't take too much time at all for it to fill up, and what we want to do with that hole is cover it up, because it's an eyesore. But now why did I face it this way? It's because you cannot put an output on the front side. So if I placed it like this, I would have had the front facing this way and I couldn't have outputted. But any other direction actually works. So now I can just cover this up and you won't know it's there. At least not by appearance once the grass goes back. But as you can see, it'll start filling up all the engines with water and it'll keep them full of water. Which means that I'll be able to run my machines over here fairly easily. Now, of course, there's some more stone in here. But that covers that, and now I'll be able to, once I put some coal in all three of these, I'll be able to turn them on using the levers in front, and they'll run and allow me to set up my automatic processing system. And I will be back in one moment. And we're back. Just wanted to double check on the time we had left. We've still got about another 14 minutes left. There's plenty of time to do some more work. So we could work on getting the roof on the house, or we could leave it as is. It's fairly simple. Also worth noting that I did do some terraforming the land, as you may notice very quickly. There's no longer all this dirt here. The land's been smoothed out. Still got this large section here, but that's not too bad. And some more around here. Just tried to make the land a little bit smoother, more uniform, and basically set it up better so I can properly run. I also put pressure plates down here so I can easily open and close the doors just by stepping on these. Of course, I still have to open the front gates coming in, but it's nothing too severe. And it wouldn't be too bad an idea to test out my system. I need to make myself some food here. As you can see, my character's starting to get hungry. We have some corn. And what else? I need to plant that carrot at some point here in the near future. And I wouldn't mind cooking up some more stone as well. Couple stacks worth here. Alright, I'll leave that open. Probably gonna need to put some pressure plates down there. Or no, I can't do that because that'd turn on this engine every time I stepped on them. So I can't put any pressure plates here, but that's fine. Go ahead and put coal into each of these. And get them running. So now all I have to do is flip them on. And they'll start heating up. And once they've got enough heat going, they will begin to do some work. I'll go ahead and stick some of this stuff in here. That way it's ready to cook once the engines heat up and start running. What else do we have? Got plenty of these shards. These zirconium. I could use those for some building at any point in time. I also made myself an anvil, as you may have noticed. I haven't been completely certain where I wanted to place it yet. So I don't want it in the way. I do want to get myself going with some IC2 here real shortly. At least some rubber and maybe an extractor and some power. That way I can make a drill. A mining drill is one of the tools that come from Industrialcraft 2. You basically charge it up and it acts as just like your regular tool, but it uses EU, or energy units, instead of durability. Which means if the tool runs out, it just goes really slow, and all I have to do is take it back and recharge it. But I'm gonna check something here real quick. Just to see. I know coal can be pulverized. Yeah, I can take blaze rods and get more out of them by putting them in here, but that's not something I'm too concerned with at the moment. I do need to make myself a portal to the Nether, though. Let's see. Does look like I can make myself some coal dust. I wonder what charcoal dust is used for. Some things I don't know too much about yet. Charcoal dust is being used to make gunpowder, it appears, through saltpeter and sulfur. That's alright. I can make myself some... Oh, and as you see, the sorting machine is working. There shouldn't be any known place for it to go, so it'll likely end up in this chest right here, if everything goes according to what it's supposed to do. But I would like to get myself started off some IC2 stuff. So I will wait until it gets dark here very shortly, and then I'm going to go exploring a bit for part of the episode. I'll bring us back once we're out towards the swamp. And we're back for a moment. I did forget to bring up a couple things briefly in between episodes here. But I also made a backpack, as you may see. It's a very unique item. It has a few different modes. And basically, it's a storage space. How they're made, I needed one. This is a miner's backpack. It's made just like... Oh, that's a use for it, sorry. It's made just like this. Some string, wool, a chest, and some iron. Similarly, there are other backpacks as well. These are from forestry, in fact. I go find... Oh, there's some adventure ones. Where are the rest? Oh, there they are. There's diggers, foresters, hunters. They all use different materials for these two slots, such as the digger uses 2 blocks of stone. They're all very similar, simple. And it acts as a storage. They also have a few different modes. This is locked. Locked mode means it will not accept items. Normally items will go directly into it. When locked, it will not accept any items. This is, I forget what this mode is. I do believe this is for depositing items into a chest. This is for basically putting items into your inventory. So if it finds that you have any items in your inventory already that you're using, it'll try to keep a full stack or as much as it possibly can. Whatever else will stay in the backpack. For now, I'm going to keep it locked, just for simplicity. And since we're going to go rubber tree hunting, I'm going to get myself some tree taps. A couple tree taps. Tree taps are made just like that, 5 wood, and they allow you to get sticky resin from trees. So once again, I'm going to cut out from here and come back once we're back all the way across where we need to be. And welcome back, guys. So we're at the other side of the glacier. I went ahead and set myself a waypoint. It shows up as base there. 330 meters away from where I am right now. You can see here's the jungle I was talking about earlier. Wouldn't mind cutting down all these trees while I'm here. As you can see beyond that, there's an autumn biome. But what we're over here for right now would be, it's a little bit further this way. You should see it on the mini-map right now, and that is, there's an apple there. That's not what we're talking about. I want to grab it anyways. The swamp biome. Swamp biomes typically have a higher rate of spawn for the rubber trees that we're looking for. A much higher chance of them spawning here. And it's very important we need rubber, so while we're here, and there's an ink sac here as well. I might as well grab that, although I could get one fairly easy just by transmuting it. Never a bad thing. And as we can see, there's some rubber trees. There's also a shack there. I believe that's World Gen from Minecraft, World Gen Vanilla. I haven't seen it before. That was the first time I've seen it. There is not a witch in there. There is a cauldron, though, which I wouldn't mind taking. I hadn't gotten that far. The time I was out here exploring, I didn't bring my pickaxe with me. But yes, here are rubber trees. Very straightforward and simple, and I did just remember I forgot to make another sickle and bring it with me, so I'm going to go ahead and chop down one of these trees and make myself one of those. I think I brought cobblestone with me. I did not bring any cobblestone with me. I'm just messing up in there. It was some major frame rate drop right there. I don't know what that was about. There's another apple. See, swamp biome spawn in a lot of mushrooms, and of course, these rubber trees. And once I get myself a sickle, need some stone. Just need 3 pieces. Here's some apatite. Wouldn't mind taking that. Of course, as you see, it didn't go into my miner's backpack. That's because I have it in locked mode. If I unlock it, all I have to do is toss the apatite down, pick it back up, and of course it'll go right into the miner's backpack, as you can see. Alright, go ahead and get myself some sticks, and make myself a stone sickle. Go ahead and move the miner's backpack out of the way. We're going to need to sleep here shortly. I did bring my bed with me, this was just in case. Also just to showcase. Boom! And boom. And back to normal. But sleep for a moment as soon as we get the chance. Then you see rubber trees. They always have these. There's 2 or 3, sometimes even 4. I've seen in some of them. A little extension up the top. And that's how you identify them. Even in it's like whack way at bed. Even in fast graphics, they'll show up in that particular style. That way you can tell what a rubber tree looks like in comparison to other trees. It's very noticeable like that. But let me see if we get this. There's some rubber tree saplings right there. And you see that orange spot. That orange spot is extremely important, and that's where you get the rubber from. You take your tree tap and you just right click, and as you see, I just got an achievement for it. Sticky situation. Like, just over tap and it'll go away, or you could leave it there and it'll eventually refill if left. But of course I don't want to leave behind these trees here. I need the sticky resin. So I'm just gonna hack away at them, trying to get some more saplings and some more sticky resin. Let's see, we got some more, even though it broke the... over-tapped it. And see, as you chop away, you even have a chance of getting sticky resin that way as well. So you don't need a tree tap, but it is good to bring one just in case. But for the moment, it looks like we're getting pretty late in the episode. So I'm going to cut it here and end this episode for now. I will bring us back probably here in the same spot, so I will catch you guys later.